Hey there, good evening, friends and followers. Welcome to Prog Monster. My name is Murph. I am the host of this show. This is a show that is dedicated to progressive rock and other forms of rock music. So it's Friday night, time for Monster Hits, and the year we're doing tonight is 1977. For those of you who don't know what we're doing, I take 10 songs that were fairly big hits for that year. Well, they were on the big hits charts. I take 10 of them off of there and I rank them according to how I like them. And the other thing is I'm only choosing one song per group, because there's easily, especially this year, you could have chosen 3 or 4 songs off of one album. But I'm not doing that. I'm just picking one song for each group. And I'll honorable mention the other songs that the group put out that I didn't put in the list, because you can only pick one, right? So that's how I'm doing it. I'm going to rank them according to the way I always do, from least to best. So my least favorite to best. But because they're a top 10, they're already good. There's no bad here. Because if it was bad, some other song would be on there and they wouldn't be on there. So that's the way we're doing it anyways. Okay, so we're going to start this fairly quickly here. So the number 10 comes from a band that many people would not figure I would choose, because I've never mentioned them here on the show at any time that I can remember, and it's God Save the Queen from the Sex Pistols. This is actually a great album. It was an album I listened to a lot when I was growing up, because I went through a period of time in the late 70s and early 80s where I started to develop an interest in punk music. Even had that stupid looking mullet, skullet, whatever you want to call it, hairdo. But anyways, I do like this song, God Save the Queen, Pistols. There's other songs on that album I like even more, but this is the one that kind of made it as a hit. Okay, the number 9. This was a tougher choice, because it was tougher because some of the other tracks on this album I like as much or more than this track. But this, to me, is the biggest one, the biggest track on here. So I decided to put it in, and that's We Are the Champions by Queen. This is a grand song, well-known, well-established, overplayed, but still definitely, I think, is the best of the hits on this album. The next one up was a choice between this and another one. I thought this was a better song. I liked it better. I don't know if it was as big a hit as the other one, but I definitely think it's a great song. Swing Town from Steve Miller Band, coming in at number 8. Number 7 was the hit off of this album, which I like this album a lot. This one is definitely very poppy, very well a hit machine type song. Give a Little Bit from Supertramp. Then we get to number 6. Now I could have chosen any one of 3 or 4 songs off of this album, but I chose this one because it's my favorite of those songs, and it's called The Chain from Fleetwood Mac. Now I could have chosen some of the others too, but I think, to me, this is the best track on the album, and since it was a hit, I put it on here. The next album is self-titled. Number 5 is a self-titled album title, so it's a song that also represents the album, from a band that I much love, one of my favorite bands, definitely one of my group of 8, and there's 2 of them on here, and this one is the hit from this band, Styx's Come Sail Away. Overplayed, absolutely it's overplayed, but it's still a great track, and so I put it up here at number 5. Number 4 came from the other member of my group of 8, Peter Gabriel, and his Solsbury Hill. This was the first Gabriel solo album and his first hit, and I love this song a lot. I think it needs to be up here, so Solsbury Hill for number 4. Number 3, it's kind of a one-hit wonder. I think this band did have some other hits, but this is the big one. Black Betty by Ram Jam. Yeah, so catchy. Such a catchy song, such a catchy riff. Everything about it is catchy as all hell. So Ram Jam with its Black Betty, number 3. Number 2 is a song that I still sing all the time. People think I'm crazy when I sing this song. It's called Psycho Killer from Talking Heads. Yeah, so good. They really knocked it out of the park with this track. And then number 1 was going to be number 1 no matter who was facing it here. It's just such an iconic song. Yes, it's overplayed, browbeaten to death, to the point where I don't really want to hear it anymore, but I still think it's a fantastic tune with a great riff and some great vocals. Heart's Barracuda, number 1. So there you have it, my monster hits from 1977. I'll just reiterate them for those of you who are trying to keep track. Barracuda from Heart, Psycho Killer from the Talking Heads, Black Betty from Ram Jam, Salisbury Hill from Peter Gabriel, Come Sail Away from Styx, The Chain from Fleetwood Mac, Give a Little Bit from Supertramp, Swingtown from the Steve Miller Band, We Are the Champions from Queen, and last but not least, God Save the Queen from the Pistols, or the Sex Pistols, I should say. So some of the honorable tracks that didn't make this list for either because there was already a song on this list from the same group, or they just didn't quite make it. Fleetwood Mac had also Don't Stop and Go Your Own Way. Either one of those tracks could have made it here too, but I personally like The Chain better. The Queen, I could have put We Will Rock You. I actually like that tune a bit better, but I just think that We Are the Champions is a better tune overall. Your Tie Your Mother Down as well is on there. Jet Airliner from Steve Miller. I like Swingtown a little better, so it got on instead. Life in the Fast Lane, Just Got Edged Out from the Eagles. Fanfare for the Common Man from Emerson, Lake and Palmer. This is a tune that is one of the 2 or 3 tunes by Emerson, Lake and Palmer I quite like, and it deserved to be nominated if it didn't quite make it anyways. And then I Want You to Want Me from Cheap Trick. This almost made it. It came down to this or God Save the Queen, and I just like that God Save the Queen has more bite to it. So yeah, so that's why it's that way. So there you have it, my monster hits from the year 1977. Please leave comments about the songs below, and remember, these are just my picks, my favorites, and I tried to stay within the realm of them being hits. They had to be hits because there's lots of songs that came out in 1977 that I like much better than a lot of this stuff, but they weren't hits. They were deep cuts, or they were particular hits from here and there. I tried to stay with the stronger songs if I could. So please leave your comments. What were your 10 favorite? Do you like any of these songs? Do you love any of these songs? Please hit the like button and please subscribe. It's much appreciated. We will be back next Friday with the year 1978 for Monster Hits. So take care of yourself, and we will see you then. Bye.